everyone, welcome back to my channel Tutelage, a guide to learner. Here, this is Sriparna. Hope all of you are doing good. So learners, in my previous sessions, we have already discussed some question answers on economics of the Karnataka State Board. So we all know that why we are discussing it. So today I want to know basically state board schools are one of the most important educational institutions in every state. So we can't ignore it now. If I am not wrong, mostly 50 to 60% students are dependent educationally on state board because fees of the state board schools or monthly expenses regarding education are cheaper than the ICSE and the CBSE board. So not everyone gets chance to study ICSE or CBSE due to lack of money, etc. Okay, so apart from this reason, apart from different kinds of reasons, everyone can't afford it. Okay, so the model question papers, solved model question papers of the state board schools are not so much available in the social platform. So that's why I took an initiative a few days ago. So that and this session is going to be a first session for Uttar Pradesh State Board. I hope you all like it very much. So if you have missed my previous session, so please go and check it once. I think these previous sessions will be a very good session to everyone. Okay, so today we are going to explain some question papers, some question answer on economics from the Uttar Pradesh State Board. So today we are focusing only some very short type question and the short type question answer. Okay, so let's start the session and move on the main slide. So here we can see very short questions on economics which is carrying basically 1 marks. Okay, and these question answers for 11 or 12. Okay, so the first question, which of the following is studied under microeconomics? We all know that microeconomics is basically related to the small unit. Okay, so these are the MCQs, so that's why there are 4 options. The first option is individual unit, the second option is economic aggregate, the third option is national income, and the fourth option that is none of these. So obviously option number A is the correct answer. So individual unit is studied under microeconomics. Basically micro means a small thing and macroeconomics concept is related to the large thing. So this is basically related to the national income, this is basically related to the economic aggregate and etc. So option number A, individual unit, is the correct answer for this question. Okay, so now move on to the next question. When marginal utility is 0, so total utility is decreased, increased, maximum or minimum. Clear? So here this is a diagram of the marginal utility and the total utility curve, and this is the total utility curve and this is the maximum point. This point total utility reaches maximum. Okay, and this is the average utility and this is the marginal utility curve. Clear? So this point, at this point where marginal utility curve touches the horizontal axis, this point is C. So at C point marginal utility is 0. Okay, and when marginal utility is 0, so total utility reaches its maximum point. So that's why total utility is maximum. So option number C is the correct answer. So now going to the next question. So here this is the third question. What happens when production is shut down? We all know that production basically related to the fixed cost plus the variable cost. So when production is shut down, fixed cost remains same. So basically variable cost basically depends on the amount of production, so total quantity of the production. So what happens when a production process is shut down? When production process is shut down, variable cost, which is depends on the amount of production, so variable cost becomes 0. Okay, because production is shut down. So there is no variable cost. So option number C is the correct answer. Variable cost becomes 0. Clear? So I think this is clear. So now move on to the next question. Marginal revenue is rate of the variable in total revenue, total cost, average revenue and the average cost. Obviously, marginal revenue is the rate of variable, the total revenue or the TR. Okay. So option number A is the correct answer. So now move on to the next slide. So here this is the fifth number question. In a long run, normal price is equal to marginal utility or average cost or productive expenditure or none of the above. So the correct answer, this is the average cost. Okay, so option number B is the correct answer. So when the production process is in long run, here profit is basically 0. So that's why normal price P is equals to the average cost. Clear? So now move on to the next question. When supply increases, price will not be affected, price will increase, price will decrease and none of the above. So obviously this is wrong. When amount of supply increases, price of the good will decrease. Okay, so option number C is the correct answer. So I think this is clear. So here I haven't discussed each topic in detail because in my channel each and every topic is very well discussed. If any of you are missing it, so then please go and check my first comment and my description box where the previous session links are already shared. So learner, move on to the next slide. The next question, that is Allahabad Bank is which type of bank? Okay, so this is a foreign exchange bank, commercial bank, central bank or none of the above. So Allahabad Bank is obviously the commercial bank. So option number B is the correct answer. So now going to the next question. Credit money expands when ERR ratio is reduced, increased, fixed or none of the above. So obviously ERR ratio, that means effective rate ratio, basically when credit amount of credit money expands, effective rate ratio is increased also. So credit money expands when ERR ratio is increased. So option number B is the correct answer. So now move on to the next question. So here the next question is functions of money are. So there are 4 options: medium of exchange, unit of account, store of value and all of the above. So we all know that money is basically used to medium of exchange, unit of value, unit of account and store of value. So that's why all are the functions of money. Okay, so option number D, all of the above is the correct answer for this particular question. So now move on to the last question for this session. So money is the pivot around which the whole economic science clusters is said by Professor Pigou, Professor Marshall, Professor Keynes and Professor Ham. So Professor Marshall is the correct answer. So money is a pivot around which the whole economic science clusters. This sentence is basically said by Professor Marshall. Okay, so I think this is clear. So now going to the next slide. Here we can see some short answer type questions. Here we are only discuss some questions because they all answer. So answers of these questions we have already discussed in my in my various previous sessions. Okay, so if you are following these sessions and you will get the correct answer for these questions. Okay, so the first question, that is, what is the slope of PPC? That means production possibility curve. State the law of demand. The third question, that is, what does point of inflection on PP curve? So all things are related to the demand and supply chapter, production chapter. The next question, that is, what does shifting of demand curve show? Next question, characteristics of indifference curve. uh, Next question, okay, so the characteristics, four factors that affects the elasticity of demand. The next question, that is, price elasticity of supply. Using diagrams, explain various degrees of price elasticity of supply. So we have already discussed in detail earlier, so please go and check it once. I think you will get the all answers. Okay, so now move on to the next slide. So here the next question, explain two reasons each for increasing returns to factor and diminishing returns to factor, and define the production functions, short run and long run production functions. What is the differences between short run and long run production functions, and marginal cost and marginal revenue. So explain the conditions of the equilibrium of a firm based on marginal cost and marginal revenue. So all things, all questions are basically related to the production chapter, demand and supply chapter, and the cost chapter. Okay, so we have already discussed it. So I think this is clear to everyone. I hope these previous sessions will be a very helpful session to everyone for searching the answer of this kind of question. Okay, so learner, we are done for the today's session. I will come again with a new session. I hope it will be a really helpful session to everyone. Till then, stay tuned. Please do like, share, comment, and more. Subscribe to my channel. Press the bell button for getting immediate notification from my side. Happy learning. Keep commenting. Thank you.